Picture this. The son of one of history's most famous explorers is on a mission, not to discover new lands, but to catalog all human knowledge. His name is Hernando Colón, and he dreams of a world where every book, every scrap of writing, is preserved forever. But before his dream can be fully realized, Hernando dies suddenly. He's only 50 years old. His death is abrupt, unexplained, and worse, his life's work begins to vanish soon after. What happened to Hernando Colón? Was it fate, treachery, or something far more sinister? Let me tell you his story. Hernando Colón was no ordinary man. Born in 1488, he was the illegitimate son of Christopher Columbus. While his father explored the physical world, Hernando set his sights on something equally ambitious, mapping the entire intellectual world. From an early age, Hernando was obsessed with books. He believed knowledge was the key to understanding the universe, and he wanted to create something no one had ever seen before, a universal library. But Hernando's vision wasn't just about collecting books. He wanted to make them accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy elite. By the time of his death, he had gathered over 15,000 volumes. Imagine that in the 16th century. Some say his library was the internet of his time, centuries before the digital age. But here's where it gets strange. In 1539, Hernando's incredible journey came to an abrupt end. He died suddenly, and not long after, many of his precious books began to disappear. Why? Who would want to erase the legacy of a man devoted to preserving knowledge? The official story is simple. Hernando died of illness in Seville. No drama, no intrigue, just another death in a time when life was fragile. But look closer, and the cracks start to appear. Hernando was meticulous, leaving detailed instructions for how his library should be cared for. Yet after his death, his collection was scattered, with many works lost forever. And then there's the timing. Hernando was at the height of his influence, negotiating with powerful figures and challenging ideas that some may have found dangerous. Could his death have been more than mere misfortune? Could it have been deliberate? Was Hernando's library just too revolutionary for his time, or did it contain something so dangerous it had to be destroyed? Let's explore the possibilities. 1. The theory of natural causes. Of course, the simplest explanation is often the correct one. At 50, Hernando could have died from an illness. Life in the 16th century wasn't exactly luxurious. Disease, poor hygiene, and limited medical care claimed lives every day. But what if his death wasn't natural at all? Could someone have used illness as a convenient cover-up? Rivals in the world of knowledge. Hernando wasn't just a collector, he was a disruptor. His dream of sharing knowledge with everyone wasn't popular with the elite, who hoarded books as a sign of power. Did jealous scholars or rival collectors sabotage him to protect their own status? The Church's long shadow. Then there's the Catholic Church. In Hernando's time, the Church controlled knowledge, and what was deemed heretical or dangerous was swiftly destroyed. Some believe Hernando's library contained books that challenged the Church's teachings. Did they step in to silence him and erase the evidence? 4. Family tensions. And let's not forget Hernando's complicated family. As the illegitimate son of Christopher Columbus, he faced constant challenges to his legitimacy and inheritance. Could his own bloodline have worked against him, jealous of his growing influence? 5. The forbidden knowledge theory. But the most intriguing theory? Hernando may have stumbled upon knowledge that was never meant to be found. Some whisper that his library contained forbidden texts, books about alchemy, lost civilizations, or even ideas that could shake the foundations of power. Could such a discovery have sealed his fate? Hernando Colón's story is one of ambition, brilliance, and tragedy. He dreamed of preserving the world's knowledge, yet much of his work was lost to history. To this day, no one knows what secrets his library may have held, or what truly caused his untimely death. And maybe that's the greatest mystery of all. Not just why Hernando died, but what the world might have lost along with him. Did Hernando's mission threaten powerful forces? Did he unlock truths that were too dangerous to share? Or was his death simply a twist of fate? The answers may never be known. But one thing is certain. Hernando Colón's story reminds us of the fragility of knowledge and the lengths some will go to protect or destroy it. What do you think happened to Hernando Colón? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we dive into another unsolved mystery of the past.